Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey. Hey, 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 hey. Hello, foodie booties. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. And I'm back today because it has been a little over a month since I covered everybody's favorite mukbanger, everybody's favorite Canadian expat in Kuwait, Chantal Marie, Chantal Show, Foodie Beauty, Flobby Bobby, Big Beautiful Me, The Daily Chantal, The Chantal Show, Chantal Al Rafe, Chantal Period, The Beezer Show, Foodie Cutie. I don't know. It really has been a while since I went through all the names in my head, but I think I got all of them. Flobby Bobby, Foodie Booty, whoever, whatever. You know who I'm talking about. We're talking about old Chantal. Chantal Marie. It really was June 5th. That was the last time I covered her on my channel. The video I made then was called Chantal is... Wait, where is it? I had it pulled up. Where did it go? Where did it go? Wait, I had it right here. Then I scrolled away. Why would I do that? Where are you? I mean, this is how hard it is to find the last time I talked about her because I haven't covered her in a minute. I haven't. Okay, I found it. The title of that video was Somebody Peed in Chantal's 87 Cups of Rice and She's Mad. And honestly, I don't even remember what that was about. I think at the time she was talking about being diabetic and people hating on her for eating carbs. And I think in that video she also, or at least I covered her talking about like acceptable levels of poop play from Sala. There were a lot of things that happened that I talked about in that, but it's also been so long I hardly remember. I basically need y'all to know there was a time where I had like really tried to pull away from the Foodie Beauty community, and I even muted words on Twitter, but I have added those words back. Well, I didn't add them back into my timeline, but I stopped muting them, and so I do have some Foodie Beauty in my Twitter timeline again. And I get the sense, based on what I've seen from people tweeting about her, is that she's definitely still diabetic. Well, we'll get into that today because we're going to react to a video about her going to the hospital for things related to diabetes. It seems like for a while she was missing from the internet and people were like speculating if she was on like a visa run or what that looked like. And otherwise, she's just been eating a lot of shit. That's really why, like, I would have potentially came back sooner, but, like, so much of her videos, I mean, literally, let me just go back. So I said it's been a month since we talked about her. Let me list the videos that she's done in the past month, okay? The best food in Kuwait. You'll never believe how much all this food costs, and it's like a grocery haul. You have to visit this cafe with an amazing view. That one might be okay. But then here's where we really start to dive in to all the mukbangs, okay? Saucy oven roasted chicken sub with ketchup chips mukbang. Chinese Filipino food mukbang. Wendy's Dave's single spicy nuggets and chili cheese fries mukbang. Kebab Persian food mukbang. Cheesy spaghetti and meat sauce chatty mukbang. Hot honey chicken tenders and mac and cheese mukbang. Barbecue chicken, rice and fries, eggplant, home-cooked mukbang. Little Caesar's large pepperoni pizza mukbang ASMR. Steak and cheese and meat feast subs, barbecue chips and chocolate chip. There's more to that title, but it cuts off, it's too long. Cheesy meatloaf, tomato, rice-a-roni, and barbecue butter Brussels sprouts. Arabic desserts mukbang on Eid al-Adha. First time trying Chili's Ultimate Cajun Alfredo pasta and queso, and there's more and it cuts off. Eating delicious Indian food on a date with my husband, Seaside Kuwait. Chinese food, spring rolls, General Tso, and chicken fried, and then it gets cut off. Mr. Beast Burger Honest Review. Mahashi Arabic style dolma stuffed veggies with meat and pizza sambas, and then it cuts off. Mukbang ASMR chicken biryani, spicy Indian gravy, jarish, and fresh, and then it cuts off. Jollibee Filipino fast food mukbang. Taco Bell mukbang ASMR double Crunchwrap Supreme cheese fries, and then it cuts off. Subway ASMR mukbang soft chocolate chip cookies with milk. ASMR KFC new Cheetos Twister and cheesy fries. ASMR huge crispy shrimp and crab maki sushi mukbang. Oh, a brief break from mukbangs, and I did watch this one because I was curious at the time. It's a load of bullshit, but she did take a break from mukbangs to post a video called Why I No Longer Want to Make Videos and What is Fair Use, and it's all her talking about how reaction channels are thieves and blah, 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 to which I tweeted at the time that Chantal really just needs to put up or shut up, because she has been talking about wanting to strike channels for ages, literally going all the way back to 2018 when Miss Ma'am copyright struck my channel and failed. She failed miserably, and mostly because she didn't want to go through the effort. Like, she could have taken it to the next step, I guess, if she wanted to, like, actually take me to court and sue me for copyright use or whatever, or copyright, like, infringement, but she didn't. And that's really why literally people could actually probably abuse her copyright all they wanted, and she wouldn't do anything about it. Now, the reality is most of the people that she's upset about in those situations, the people that she claims are stealing her content, aren't actually, like, inherently stealing it. Like, almost all of them are actually transforming the content, and she just doesn't like how they're transforming the content. But I really feel like at this point, it's like, put up or shut up. You're not going to do shit, and people know that. Every time she complains about it and threatens to do something and doesn't, people take her less and less seriously. So that's why I'm like, you gotta put up or shut up. Like, that's actual advice I'm giving you, Chantal. Like, nobody takes you seriously because you say you'll do all this shit and you never do. Nothing ever happens. like you're a joke. You're a clown. And then she returned right back to mukbangs, even though she said that she no longer wanted to make videos. And she posted Arabic meal. Meat, tikka, falafel, dolma, bread, and hummus. And then it goes on. And then Burger King Whopper and fries, chatty mukbang. And then she took a break. She actually, the video we're going to react to today is the first, like, video that she's posted in about 10 days. And she just posted this video an hour ago from when I'm filming this. She also has done some live streams, and I don't think all of those live streams in the past month of me not paying attention to what she's doing have included food, but a good chunk of them have included that. She also did some stuff where she did some Pictionary, where she drew people from Girl World, including myself. And there are also some live streams where she was out and about in the world, and I think one of them even included her fucking interacting with camels again, so it's no wonder that she's just miraculously somehow sick again. Every single time she interacts with camels, she gets sick, but she's like, oh my god, not true, camels can't get you sick! And I don't know, maybe this time it really has nothing to do with the camels, but I do think it's interesting. So yeah, I mean, I didn't watch all those videos, but I don't think I need to watch all of those mukbangs to know that it's not surprising then that today we're gonna react to a video called I Was in a Kuwait Hospital for Diabetes Complications. And it's just like, yeah, that whole time, in the past month, we've known that she has diabetes. And what does she do? She just, like, does probably the opposite of what anybody diagnosed with diabetes should do, and just does 1,200 mukbangs full of takeout, full of carbs, this, that, the other. So I guess I'm not surprised that we're here. But I'm gonna be so brave and react to this latest video called I Was in a Kuwait Hospital for Diabetes Complications, and you get to come along with me. Let's get to, shall we? Alright, already before we get started, I'm like, what is this like sepia filter that she has on her camera? What is this? Let's get started. Sorry, I got distracted. I was very distracted by her appearance here. What is this? Is this what she's doing for an intro? This feels dark-sided. There's something off about this. This feels a little also somehow uncanny valley, even though I know she's like an actual real-life human. It's feeling weird.
Hey there, Beezers.
Oh, yes,
want
the cameos.
A video from me too?
Y'all want a personalized video? Get a cameo from me. Fuck Chantal.
That you can keep forever? Or maybe a special
I do have a link in the description box.
Maybe you just have a pressing question for me you want answered. All you have to do is request a personalized video or direct message from me on Cameo.
We're good.
It's super easy.
We're
Cameos
good.
also make great birthday or special occasion gifts. Hope to hear from you. Bye.
Could you? I just still can't imagine somebody being like, I really wanted to get you a really important gift for your birthday, and I just know how much you love Foodie Beauty, so let me get this. Let me get this for you, and hopefully you'll treasure it forever.
Bye.
Well, hello, darlings.
Don't
Welcome
call
back
me
to another
darling.
video. So, behind me I have some roses and a cat. Can't get any better than that. Oh yeah, and my plaque. So, what I have for you are just some random things that
Wait, what? It can't get any better than that. It can't get any better than having some roses and a cat in my background. Oh yeah, don't forget I have a plaque for 100,000 subscribers, and it doesn't even say Foodie Beauty on it because I had a little moment where I had to change my name to Everyday Miriam. Ooh, that's what I forgot to list. I forgot to list Everyday Miriam in this one today. But yeah, I can think of some things that could get better. Perhaps not having to go to the emergency room because you have diabetes. Perhaps that, and that's like, not to be shade, but like it's wild to me that you're starting off a video about you having to be in the hospital for diabetes and being like, my life can't get any better because I have roses and a cat in the background. No, I think your life could get better, bestie.
I took very few clips from the clinic, from the hospital, most of the food, but a bit of the surrounding, and on the way to the clinic...
Wait, did she say that she didn't take many clips from being in the clinic, but she did make sure to get clips of the food? That is so Chantal. That is so Chantal Marie.
We stopped and we saw some date trees. Being from Canada, I've only seen dates in the trees.
Wait. She said on the way to the clinic, they stopped to see date trees?
Clips from the clinic, from the hospital, mostly the food, but a bit of the surrounding, and on the way to the clinic, we stopped and we saw some date trees.
Now, why are you on the way to the clinic and stopping to look at the trees? Please be so serious.
Being from Canada, I've only seen dates in the trees at the park, and they were covered in some netting, but you can actually see the actual dates here. And
okay, girl, is that the most important thing right now? Is that the most important thing to be discussing in a video titled, I was in a Kuwait hospital for diabetes complications?
Ripened dates, they are eaten here, and they're called bala.
I do like a date.
When they're ripened, they become brown and wrinkly, like we all know. And when they're unripened,
I hadn't really been on the date game before, and I think the first time I had them, I used to supervise RAs, and one summer I was like the person in charge of supervising the resident assistants on campus. And a number of the students that I supervised were Muslim, and they were practicing Ramadan. And at the end of Ramadan, we had like a staff like celebration dinner to break their fast. And one of the students brought dates because that's like a traditional way to break your fast. And that was the first time I'd ever had one, and it was so good. I love a date.
Actually, they're sweet, and they taste kind of date-ish, like date-like, but they're juicy.
Okay, girl.
I actually like them raw.
What do you know about liking it raw? But only Chantal would make a video about having diabetes complications and make the first minute and a half about her eating something or wanting to eat something or liking to eat something. Girl is so delusional. Like, girl, please. I'm not saying that just because you have diabetes, you shouldn't get to, like, enjoy food or things in life ever again. But I'm like, are we seriously in a video that's supposed to be about your complications with this disease? Are we seriously spending all this time talking about food?
As well, So this is current present time, how I'm talking to you right now. As you can see, I have my makeup back. I'm back on camera. I'm feeling...
Yeah, when she disappeared, she did say that she was sick. But a lot of people on Twitter, at least, had a lot of questions about if she really was sick. And she was, like, doing weird things, like playing fake meowing sounds to make people think she was at home. So a lot of people... At least on Twitter, what I saw on Twitter, a lot of people were speculating that she wasn't actually in Kuwait and that she was on a visa run.
Well, I'm feeling healthier. And that is probably because the medications are working, the antibiotics. I had a pretty bad kidney infection. For those of you who are not aware of what happened, I had a pretty bad kidney infection. I did have one not even a month ago. I think what happened was it never fully resolved. That's maybe also the doctor said that could have happened as well. And also just that my blood sugars have been really high. So there's three things I'm really trying to fix. Number one being the infection, because that can cause your blood sugars to remain elevated.
Sure.
My blood sugars are fluctuating, like they go lower, they go high, and they usually are pretty high right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they are, girl. I just read off your month's worth of mukbangs that probably were not helping.
Fight state, being on my medication and everything else. And so I'm trying to deal with that. I'm trying to deal with the high blood sugar. And I'm also trying to, of course, tackle this weight issue. And get on a proper diet plan for that. So I was.
So what's the plan?
Insulin. And so far it doesn't seem to be very effective, but he put me on a low dose of like 5 units. So I'm injecting myself with that. But
I mean,
I have an appointment.
That's like serious. I listen, what I should say about all of this is like, I'm by no means a diabetes expert, a medical expert, any of those things. Most of what I know about those things is just like things I've heard anecdotally from people who have diabetes. But I know, like, you can eventually come off of insulin. I hope she can. I just, like, don't have a lot of faith in her because she seems very committed to, like, continuing to do her, like, negative behaviors, right? Like, all of those mukbangs that I read off at the beginning of this video, she knew that she was diabetic when she did all of that. Like, that was something she was fully aware of while doing all of those actions. So I just don't have a lot of faith in her. I mean, for real, the last video I did about her was partially part of what I covered was her getting mad that people were telling her to lay off the carbs. I mean, even just recently, I think I didn't think to check her community tab post when I was going through stuff, but she did. I feel like I remember seeing on Twitter that she posted something about carbs. Let me see if it's still there. Oh, yep, it is still here. 1 day ago, and this is edited, she says, "For the know-it-alls attacking me when I said in my stream that carbs do not cause diabetes, watch this video." And yes, she is an actual diabetes dietitian, though for sure when you actually have diabetes, because your body can no longer process sugars any longer, we have to eat them with care, but they are not the cause of insulin resistance. And I don't even know if that's what people are arguing with her, is that like her eating of carbs caused them, but certainly, like she herself points out, like the amount of carbs she eats is not doing her any favors. It's certainly not helping her. Like, she could talk about eating healthy carbs, but like, I fully read, one of the titles I read off was her eating, like, cookies from the fucking Subway, right? And she is constantly eating, like, 2 to 3 cups of rice with meals and things like that. So, like, she is, I think, a little bit delusional about some of this stuff and really wants to, like, convince herself that she can do all of this. But when people talk about healthy carbs, they're talking about, like, carbs from vegetables and things like that. They're not talking about carbs from Subway cookies. They're really probably also not even talking about carbs from, like, rice. Like, honestly, truly. I will say also, since I'm on the community tab post, she, of course, did recently do some, like, raging about some reaction channels. I don't have the energy to do all of that, but if that's of interest to you, you can certainly go check out her raging about some reaction channels, because that is one of Chantal's favorite pastimes.
Later today, and so I'm going to show you the vlog.
Oh.
Just the little bits here and there.
I'm also obsessed with the concept of being in a hospital for diabetes complications and being like, you know what I should do right now? Vlog this experience.
But I first wanted to just come and do an introduction because I didn't shoot one of those, and
sure.
I just wanted to let you know how I'm feeling now. So I am down overall since my last weigh-in at the doctor. Like November 2023, I weighed in at 166.
Kilograms.
Actually, when I weighed in this time at the same clinic, I'm 150 kgs, just like a little over that.
I don't know realistically what 150 kilograms looks like, and I'm not able to do those kind of conversions in my head, nor do I really care. But I just imagine some people are calling bullshit on that. I would just have to believe. Like, unless that's, like, strictly all lost while she was, like, sick in the hospital and couldn't eat. Because, again, I just read you off a month's worth of mukbangs that she did on her channel.
But that was, since I went to the clinic, I didn't eat much for the next 3 days after that.
That's what I suspected.
I have started eating again, so I know I'll put on a bit of weight. I'm waiting for my body to adjust to all the medications, regulate blood sugar, get on a proper blood sugar regulating diet. And yes, I know that's going to mean eliminating a lot more carbs than I've been eating. I do realize that.
That's so interesting, because you were just whining about carbs on your community tab literally yesterday.
But again, the higher blood sugars right now are probably mostly related to the infection, is what the doctor said.
You think?
So
you really think that's the case? That it's mostly related? You don't think it has anything to do with the way you're eating or the fact that you have diabetes?
Going to work with the doctor, come up with a good medicine plan, and then I was given a slip to go to one of the buildings, one of the clinics that are in the hospital, to partake in a diabetes education program.
Please.
By, like, some nurses, I think. So
educate yourself, please.
Nurses. So I'm excited for that, because
I hope she really does go to, like, actual qualified professionals, because Chantal loves to listen to, like, a TikTok, a YouTube video, a Netflix documentary. She fully, cited in that community tab post, she cited a TikTok. And it's almost like maybe you should just listen to the people that, like, actually get to interact with you in real life and listen to their suggestions for what you should do about your health.
Because at this point, with my blood sugars not going down, like, I thought I was doing okay. Like, things that I thought were okay are not. It just depends. So I have to really, put more work into it, even more, because this time I need to get on the right track, and I need to get healthy, and that's what my focus in my life has to be right now.
Yeah.
Or else there's not really going to be much else to focus on with how sick I've been. You've seen, like, my content and stuff. Like, I don't do much, and it...
What's crazy is, like, I've for sure heard her say all of this before. She's had other health scares, and she's said these things before. It's much like Amber Lynn. nothing is ever too bad for them. Like, nothing is ever actually the rock bottom when it comes to their health and health scares. So, I've heard all of that before, but what's also crazy about this is the part where she just said, like, I obviously don't do a lot in videos. I obviously am not able to do a whole lot. I don't do XYZ things. And I feel like people have been saying, like, you can't do all these things. Like, you can't do anything except sit and eat on camera and rage at people. And she's like, she always like wants to insist that she has this like rich, amazing life and she's able to do so much. And it's just very clear she's not. It's just very clear she's not able to do all the things she thinks she can.
It makes it worse that it's so hot outside. Like, to do any major things, I'm gonna have to wait till I'm healthier, and I'm gonna have to wait till it's a bit colder out, guys, because
what
it's
happened?
Unbearable.
What happened to swimming? That was a video I reacted to in recent history when she went swimming with Sala in their building. Can you do that?
Especially with my health issues. But we will still go. You know, maybe grab a coffee. There's so many things you can do indoors here as well, as I've said many times. So, all that being said, I guess that's all I want to say. So anyways, that is, that's it for now.
Okay.
I hope you enjoy this, and I'll keep you guys updated as things develop, and I'll see you guys later.
She honestly has a little bit of like her low BMI voice on, but she also just in general seems unhappy. She seems miserable. Like, she got up and did all of her makeup and everything for this video. Like, she's trying to put the mask on. I think, really, in hindsight, her making the comment about the roses and the cat is just, like, her trying to pretend that everything is okay. But honestly, there's something about her vibe and her energy that just comes across as fucking miserable, to be honest with you.
Bye.
Are these the date trees? Oh, wow. Okay. So glad you made a stop on your way to the clinic to film these trees. She's so funny. Also, is this, I hope this isn't, like, copywritten music or anything like that. Probably not. I can't imagine her having any kind of special agreement. If you don't know, like, sometimes when I react to some like Dollar Tree moms or just like moms in general who have cooking videos and stuff on YouTube, when I do that on Twitch, and I re-upload it to my Twitch re-upload channel, sometimes their music gets like flagged because they pay for like the rights to these like allegedly royalty-free music, but it's only royalty-free if you like pay for the rights to it. And so sometimes I'll have to like mute parts of my Twitch streams because of that. But I can't imagine Chantal investing in her channel like that. I can't imagine her also even taking the energy to do something like that. So we're probably okay. I don't know what I'm stressed about. Oh my god, jump scare. Jump scare. That is a wild image. That is crazy. We've been waiting hours now at the clinic and I wasn't feeling well at all. Yeah, you look miserable here too. Damn. She is struggling. And you know what I would love from my loving partner? Actually, I would probably murder Noel if I was looking this fucking miserable at a hospital waiting to be seen by a doctor and Noel whipped out his phone and started recording me. Although, I don't know, I'm guessing she probably did ask Sala to do this. But like, I would be livid if Noel pulled out his phone and started recording me in this state. Could not be me. I was trying to drink water to give a pee sample. Girl, is that why you're smirking? Is that why you're smirking at Sala? Because Sala knows that poop and pee is about to come into play? I guess Sala never, in those DMs, never talked about pee play, did he? Just poop? Maybe he's not excited. Why are you excited? Oh, gosh. I ended up being sent to the ER in the end with a severe kidney infection. Oh, God. Yes, the most important things, make sure to get the IV drip on camera. You better document that stuff. You know, I'm giving her a hard time about filming all of this stuff. And honestly, truly, she probably to some extent feels like she has to do it because people of the internet don't believe shit that Amberlynn or Chantal has to say about their health. So she probably felt like she needed to, like, document it for proof. So I guess I get it to some extent. I also do love that she's filming this food. I was given hot milk and tea and a biscuit. It wasn't sweet tasting. Okay. Alright. Cool. Stunning. I love the cute cup design. Again, her priorities, though, also of what she's choosing to talk about in this little vlog. Like, girl, you have a kidney infection and severe diabetes, and you're sitting here commenting about the design of the cup. All right, girl. The view from my bed. I was kept in female observation. Okay. Work, diva. Vegetable soup broth, low-fat yogurt, red grapes, beet salad, chicken breast, and rice and green beans. I will say this looks like a much better plate dish of hospital food than what I've seen in a lot of American hospitals, TBH. A lot more appetizing looking, at least. I did not feel up to the beet salad or even eating all the food except the grapes. Oh, okay. Dainty queen. I know she's sick. It has more to do with she's sick, I'm sure. Okay.
Well, hello, guys. Hello. So...
Oh! Okay.
All the way to the appointment in the morning because there wasn't like a specified time on the paper. And so, apparently we have to come after 2 at this specific clinic.
Wait, this little disclaimer says, at the bottom in fine print was the time written, my bad. What a surprise that Chantal didn't read. Who could believe it?
So, I'll find out more after. I'm gonna this is like just a mix of clips I took along my little journey of being sick.
Uh-huh.
We have to nail this. We have to get this all under control.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm taking my health seriously. For those concerned about that.
We'll see.
So
for how long are you taking your health seriously? How long do y'all think it'll be before she posts another mukbang? I mean, literally. Also, I should also say that when I was like skimming the live streams. Literally, the last live stream on her channel is her eating some big bowl of soup or something. So it's just like, she's still doing food-related content on her channel, and I've historically always said about Chantal specifically, she's always been a girly that's really been convinced that she was gonna get, like, healthy and change her life while still doing mukbangs on her channel, but like for me it's so clear that like mukbangs are a part of her problem that I really don't think she's ever going to be able to like put herself in a better place unless she like separates her job that she does for a living from the food she eats, you know? Like those need to be separate things. She can no longer, well, she hasn't been able to for a long time, but she just cannot rely on that type of content if she wants to be serious about getting her health together. And I don't think you have to be a medical expert to identify that for Chantal.
Yeah, just stay tuned. Just be patient. I have to be patient as well.
Sure.
And
well,
we will see. Like
I'll be as patient as I can. Actually, I'll be very patient because it's very realistic I might not check in again for another month.
I slipped to get some diabetes education, so I'm going to be signing up for that. I have this appointment. I'm going to be being followed by doctors and everything, so don't worry.
Does she still have the old CPAP marks on her cheeks right here? It looks like you can still see where the CPAP was. Kind of, a little bit.
We'll figure this out. It's, frustrating. But, anyway, so that is that. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, of course.
Overall, I would say the experience,
I was kind of wondering if she was really saying goodbye, because I knew that there was still like a minute left of this video. But how are you going to say goodbye and then immediately start talking again? There wasn't even a jump cut there. In the same breath that she said goodbye, she started her next sentence.
At the Kuwait hospitals are very good. Very, very good. I had a good experience. I don't know, just good, I guess, I don't know what you call it, service from the nurses, the doctors, the staff, all that stuff. So I feel like I'm going to be well taken care of. And
okay, good.
I can keep seeing different doctors if I need to. Like, I don't feel as worried about it. I feel like I can relax a bit knowing that I do have access to healthcare here. That was something I was worried about, just like it just being very crazy and very expensive and just everything. So I'm just really relieved about that part, and I'll keep you guys updated. I know I wasn't going to talk about health, but that's like going to be my whole life right now, is trying to figure this out.
I think I saw on Twitter she did say she was going to stop talking about her health as part of her channel, but you know what? One time I said I was going to stop talking about Chantal and I didn't, So, you know what? Live your life. Live your life, bestie.
Blood sugar's under control. Get this infection gone, because that's affecting the blood sugars majorly. The doctor did say that. And, I need to figure it out for sure, because, it just has to happen.
Yeah.
So anyways, okay, so we are going to come back in the afternoon, and I'll do another vlog. So stay tuned. Bye.
Can't wait. And by that, I mean I absolutely can wait. I think I'll be okay. Can in fact wait a little bit for more updates from Miss Chantal Marie, Everyday Miriam. Well, there you are. There you go. What a time. Always a joy. Always a joy to catch up with Chantal, what she's up to. That's all I got for today. That's it. That's all. I gotta pick up Poe from the groomer. I have a therapy appointment later today. I'm streaming on Twitch. I'm a busy gal, so I'm gonna get to with the rest of my day. But if you're brand new here, I hope you all enjoyed today's video and you'll consider subscribing down below and click the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I had so much fun today. I hope you did too, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!